Hi, Susie. What if your adult children want to experience your parent who, I'm just going to go with me because I don't know everything about your background. And so I'm going to talk about it from firsthand experience. So, what if my adult children want to have a relationship with my mother who abused me through my childhood, who I went no contact with because of how she was treating my children when they were 6 and 2.5? My youngest wasn't born yet. My eldest daughter did. She had a full on relationship with my mother in her adulthood, and I let it be. I trusted that there was enough of a healthy foundation laid out for my daughter, enough identification regarding what love actually does look like, what good relationships look like, to go on and interact with my mother and make her own decisions. And she had a relationship with my mother for a few years. She didn't hide it from me. I knew about it. We had some boundaries in place that I asked her, please don't share anything about my life with my mother. I don't need to know anything about her life. If there's something you want to talk about and address, I'm here for you. But outside of that, that's it, that's all. And so the relationship went until it didn't. Because guess what? My daughter chose no contact with my mother. After recognizing her toxic behaviors, my mother actually stole my daughter's baby bracelet and said she was going to get it fixed. And then every time my daughter asked for it back, and yes, I replaced it with something else, but it's never going to be that bracelet again. My daughter asked for it several times, and my mother always had an excuse and never had the intention. She probably melted it down and got the cash because that's the kind of person that my mother is. There were also other reasons, but that's an example of one of the things that my mother did to my daughter. And my daughter was seeing the lying and the gaslighting and the smear campaign of me, and it all started to add up. And then when I wrote my book, my two eldest children edited the book, and they actually wrote the foreword. My daughter said to me after reading it, she said, it really makes me sad that your mother, and she actually used her first name, has the entire family, and you don't have a family outside of us, and that's not fair, and that's not okay. And so I'm going to tell her that because I want her to make this right. And I let her know, you don't have to do that, that's okay. She's like, no, I want to do that. And if she doesn't comply, I'm out, I'm done. And so she brought it up to my mother, and my mother basically disconnected from her and discarded her, and my daughter also discarded her in return, and that was the end of it. So all of that to be said, trust the love that you have shown your children and support their adult choices. Have boundaries if you need to have boundaries, and let it be. I can't guarantee you you're going to have the outcome that I've had. I can guarantee you, though, if you get, and I'm not saying you are, but for other people out there, if you get into the middle of it, if you start being mad about it in your behavior towards your adult child, you're just pushing them right into the arms of the person that you fear having them get a hold of them, kind of thing. So just be chill and have faith in the child that you raised. You know who they are, and you know what you came from. The truth comes out. It does. Just let it be.